The topic I picked for this presentation is surfing in Latin America. There's a heavy surf culture in many Latin American countries just because geographically many of the countries set up right on the ocean, and I find that very interesting. The only reason I honestly have ever traveled to any Latin American country, being Puerto Rico, was for the sole fact to go surfing. So that definitely just seemed fit for this presentation, and here is surfing in Latin America. The importance of Latin American surfing. Many Latin American countries share the love of surfing, being that most of them border the ocean. It is a worldwide sport that has been a main staple in Latin American life for many years. In a spiritual way, it has brought many people closer to the ocean and gave them a better understanding of the world around them. Personally, for me, I would never have traveled to the Caribbean if it wasn't for the simple fact of chasing waves. And I just love the ocean. So being down there and just getting to know locals, some of them didn't even speak our own language, but we'd be out in the lineup, out in the water with them, and we all had the same general understanding of the reasons that we were there, and I find that very cool. The first country we're going to talk about is surfing in Mexico. With Mexico bordering the Pacific Ocean, it offers firing waves almost year-round. Its southern climate provides the most warmth that you'll find on the west coast of North America, while temperatures from the Pacific Ocean make the waters cold year-round. It is a prime destination known for empty lineups, with one of its most famous surf breaks being Puerto Escondido. Mexico fires, definitely. It has awesome waves coming off the Pacific. It's south of California. California is obviously known for surfing, and Mexico, it has them, for sure. It has a lot warmer water with its southern climate. It's definitely a good destination, as well as very rich in its own surf culture of locals there. Nicaragua surfing. Definitely a place on my bucket list I'd like to get down to. Known for its 300 plus days of perfect offshore winds, Nicaragua is a prime destination for barrel-hungry surfers. With its beautiful sandy beach breaks and almost always consistent waves, Nicaragua is on the bucket list for many surfers. The country, however, was just in a civil war, and traveling there could be difficult. Many locals that live in Nicaragua are great surfers. I've seen some pretty insane videos, but it was sad what was happening in the country. I know that travel there was pretty tough. A few years back, they were in a civil war. So I hope that everything for that country is going good now and they're getting their stuff figured out. Many surfers still brave the storm and go solely to score hollowed out, warm Pacific surf. I know someone down there from probably an hour and a half away from my hometown in Florida. He's been living down there for a while now, and he's been catching crazy waves. It's been pretty cool to watch and keep up with him. Surfing Costa Rica, also another bucket list place for me. Just located above Nicaragua, Costa Rica also has firing waves sought after by many surfers. Taking swell from the Pacific, Costa is known for its consistency and good winds, as well as friendly locals and nice resorts. I know many people that have explored Costa Rica's shoreline and seen what its surf breaks have to offer. Costa Rican locals have been ripping for many years at breaks like Playa Hermosa and Santa Teresa, just to name a couple. Costa Rica has many reefs on it. It's known for its great fishing right off the beach. That's probably what many locals rely on down there, is fish for food, and just great waves. Cuban surfing. This is a place that's a little less talked about for surfing, just because travel here did open up not too long ago. A lot more unknown to traveling surfers, but a heavy local presence make up the Cuban surf culture. With consistent Atlantic Ocean waves filling the waters around the island, Cuba has been known to have good surfers. Yumuri and Playas del Este are local spots, known to be very good. With travel just recently opening back up to Cuba, many anxious surfers are ready to see what it has to offer. So I would definitely love to get down to Cuba one day. I think it's pretty cool how it's just kind of been untraveled for the last couple decades, I guess, since the last time U.S. travel was open down there. But I know it definitely has a large presence of locals that surf down there, and definitely looks like a cool place to go. Surfing the Dominican Republic. Located in the Caribbean, the Dominican Republic offers beautiful shoreline as well as consistent swell. Since it is an island, it has multiple point breaks and locals that have much history with these special waves. In Suentro, Cosan, and Mananero Beach are three known breaks, mostly breaking on reef and known for long lines and power. So a point break, described in surf terms I guess, would be maybe a point of a dry reef or a point of an island that comes out with swell filling around that point. So the wave would start to break at the tip of the point, but as the point deepens off, the wave's going to get a lot more mellower, so your line of the wave will hold out longer. So island breaks like the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico are known for point breaks, being that it has many crevices coming off the island and just little rock structures that make waves break different, and that's ideal for surfing. So Dominican Republic, definitely a place I'd like to go to. Puerto Rico surfing. The only place I've been outside the country to surf, and I definitely plan on going back. Rincon, Puerto Rico is known for its firing waves at spots like pools, domes, and wilderness, all three of which I did go to and surf while I was there. These breaks stay consistent and are owned by gnarly Puerto Rican locals. The island offers many point breaks off its rocky reef terrain, and long lines and powerful reef waves are what it's known for. Many surf shops surround the area of Rincon, and it is an awesome place to go if you're seeking fun waves and uncrowded beaches. All the locals were awesome. We surfed some great waves. I was probably in the water for 5 minutes when a giant sea turtle popped right up next to me. I got off my surfboard and just dove down, put my hand right on its back, and just swam with it for a while. Crystal clear water, you could see right down to the bottom anywhere you were at, which was pretty awesome. So Puerto Rico surfing is definitely a good one. And last but not least is surfing Brazil. Brazil is probably one of the gnarliest powerhouse surf countries in the world right now, just recently winning gold in the Olympics. The last Latin American country I'd like to highlight for its rich surf culture is Brazil. Responsible for putting out world champion surfers, Brazil is a main point in surf history, located in South America and offering firing waves very often. Rio de Janeiro and Santa Catarina are two popular breaks, to name a couple. Now known as a surfing powerhouse, it is home to three surfers considered some of the best of all time: Felipe Toledo, Gabriel Medina, and Idolo Ferreira. Brazil also just took home gold in the Olympics for the first time in history since surfing was added. So it was very interesting to watch this past year as the best surfers in the world took on each other on teams. And surfing's definitely a growing sport for sure, as more of these Latin American countries start getting more surfboards down there. Some of these countries are poor but have great waves. So as surfers keep discovering these waves and keep opening new doors for other surfers, it's going to be fun to watch what Latin American countries are going to be capable of in the next few years.